Hi everybody,
Hey
welcome.
everyone, welcome to Photofox Live. I am Stav, the head of social media here at Lightrix, which is the company behind Photofox.
And I am Joseph. I am the visual artist at Lightrix.
And we are here every single Thursday, almost.
Sometimes Wednesday too.
Sometimes Wednesday, to go over tutorials, ask you guys for any feature requests, help you out if you have any questions about how to do certain things or get certain effects with the app, and basically to hear from our users. So if this is your first time, welcome. If it's not, welcome back.
And share and comment and love and share the love.
We already have a few people tuning in now. We have Koi saying hi. We have Anthony.
Hello everybody. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning to Michael.
We have a lot of people. We have Sylvia saying ciao.
Ciao.
Hi, Sylvia.
Yeah.
Who else? Michael Connor. He's here with us every week. We know Michael Connor.
I like when people say where they're from.
Yeah,
so
where are you guys from? Let us know where you're from. It's actually cool to see that people around the whole world are using our app.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So today we're actually going to get into our 80s tutorial.
Yeah, 80s.
80s. So I don't know how many of you were around in the 80s, but we were.
I was definitely around.
A little bit around.
A little bit,
Small.
just for 2 years.
And yeah, it's actually a really cool tutorial. Joseph's going to say exactly how to do it. If you have any questions, just ask them now. I have a computer here, and I'm going to be looking at all your questions. And I think we can get started. What is this tutorial? We talk about layers. We talk about urban. We use stickers.
We
text.
also use patterns from the fill feature. We have stickers, elements, fonts. We got a bunch of things.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. So let's begin. All right. Can you see my screen? Yes. Okay. So this is the awesome tutorial. As you can see, there are many things going on, and we're gonna explain one by one. So don't worry. So first of all, let's go and choose an image of any character. The guy that you wanna turn into the 80 kit. Okay, so this guy already kind of has like a 80 vibe, so we're gonna help him a little bit more and turn him into a real 80 guy. So let's start by erasing the background and leaving only the guy. So we'll do that by going to layers and then eraser, and we'll just start erasing the background. Remember, of course, the higher the resolution, the better the result. And try, if you can, if you don't have much experience and you don't have a lot of patience, and try to choose an image that has a flat or a light background so that it can be easier for you to take out the character from the background. And if you have more patience, then you can choose a photo like this, which is just a little bit more hard, but it's possible. Just it needs a little bit more of work.
We have a quick question from Rez Anita Sonia from Budapest, saying that fortunately she can't attend. Is there a way she can watch this session later? So you can definitely watch this later. We always upload our live sessions to our YouTube channel, and we also have them on our Facebook page still. You'll be able to see them a few minutes after the live session ends. And actually, if you go to our inside the app, if you open it and you tap the little Photofox icon in the top left, we can show you in a minute when Joseph's done erasing. You can see that we actually have our video tutorials in there. So there's 3 ways that you can get to all of the old tutorials if you want to catch up on other cool looks that we did.
I just want to say something before we go there. So here's the brush control, and you can do a few things with it in case you didn't see it before. So you can control the size of your brush, you can control the opacity, okay, and you can also control the feather, which controls the edges, how smooth they are or how sharp they are. And you can also tap on the edge avoidance, which will allow you to erase without without erasing certain parts of the image, such as the character, and allows you to erase the background in an easier way.
I feel like edge avoidance is sort of like a magnet, like the edge repels the brush, so that.
I like that.
You like that analogy?
Yeah, it's
I've
different.
never said it out loud.
I think it's a good time to say it out loud. So I'm not gonna go and do all this. I already prepared this image before, so I'm gonna bring it here. I saved it also as a PNG so that I could save also the transparency of the image. So let's go a little, just for a second, let's go to the backstage. As you can see, you just access to the backstage if you tap here on the top left. And then, as Stav said, you can access all the video tutorials that we do here. If you tap on the video tutorials, you can easily access in here. And then you have all the video, all the tutorials, and all the live sessions you can just access. Here are all the videos.
The live ones are at the bottom.
Yeah, and these are the live sessions. And if you want to save your image as a PNG or a JPEG, or you want a bigger or a smaller resolution, you can just go to settings and you can set your export quality. You can make it a JPEG, PNG, TIFF, or more, or whatever. And you can do also here, you can control the size, you know. If you
we get tons of questions about export quality and settings and things like that. So if you're not sure if you need PNG because you want it to be, or you need JPEG because you need it to be a transparent layer, then that's where you can change your setting.
Exactly. All right, let's go back. And okay, so I have my image already. What we're gonna do, we're gonna tap here on the layers, and we're gonna add a transparent layer. Awesome. And now we're gonna add a shape. So let's go to add and then elements, and we're gonna choose a simple shape. Just like in the tutorial, we choose a triangle. So let's add it to triangle. And well, let's see, if you tap here, you can see the image below, and if you tap again, you isolate the layer and you can just focus on the current layer that you're working on. And then just tap the check mark, and now we can just place it anywhere that we want. So let's say somewhere here. And now let's work on our composition. So I'm gonna try to make it somewhere in the middle, like that. Make it just a little bit bigger, something like that.
We have a question from Terry asking, how can he tell whether he has the free version or not, because he's on a limited budget. So if you are not sure which version you have, it's actually really simple. You can only use 2 layers with the free version, and with the pro version you can use up to 5 right now, but there may be more layers coming in the future.
No.
So yeah, that's how you can tell. If you go to add a 3rd layer, I think you'll get a little box in the top right that'll say remove pro limit or remove limit or go pro, something like that. So that's how you can tell.
Awesome. All right, now I'm going to remove all the rest of the image that is outside of the triangle, because we want to create the effect that this guy is coming out of the triangle. So let's go back to layers, eraser, and let's start, and tap here, and let's start erasing this whole part. Just like that.
That little button that you pressed right there in the bottom corner is also something worth mentioning, because it hides all the other layers. So if you're working on something, if you were, say, combining 2 photos, you wouldn't be able to tell what you're erasing because it's the same photo. In this case, it's a little bit easier, but still, that's how you can hide one layer while you're working on it.
Yeah, it's very useful sometimes. So, okay, let's tap on the check mark, and now I'm gonna go to my triangle layer, and let's go to eraser, and I'm gonna erase this part. So to create the effect that is going behind his head. You can use restore to add a little bit from the shape.
We have a question from Israel John Bunyan, and he's asking us if there's any difference between all the Enlight apps, Enlight Photofox, Enlight Video. So yeah, actually the Enlight is sort of the name of our creativity suite of apps. We have Enlight Photofox, which is a creative photo editor. We have Enlight Video Leap, which is a creative video editor. So you can't edit images in Photofox, but you can edit video. So you can actually use, say, the Photofox app to edit an image and put it in your video app, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there is a difference between them.
All right.
We have one more question that's related to this from Malvin. He's asking if there's any way to make the shape become bold or thicker.
To make what?
The shape, like the element.
Actually,
you could use 2 of them.
There is, you could use 2 of them. Let's say, let's check for a second. I think you can add an outline. Let's say, for example, let's add the same shape. Let's go to tools. You can add a stroke. Let's put and then you can adjust a little bit. It's not a lot of difference, but you also can add from the same shape twice, and then that would make it thicker. That's a way to do it, just like that. And yeah, there is somebody asking cuánto cuesta el programa, which means how much does it cost?
Sorry, I scrolled.
I don't remember exactly. Do you know how much this costs?
No, I know it's free to download, and then if you want to go pro, then you can upgrade for features. You can either do it a yearly or a monthly, or you can do a one-time purchase.
Yeah. All right, now let's add a new transparent layer, and we're gonna bring it behind all the layers that we have. And we are going to go to layers and then fill. And then we'll choose pattern, and we'll find something cool like this. And that's going to be the pattern that is going to be in the background behind the triangle. Okay, so now let's go to eraser, invert, and we'll restore this image just behind the guy. And now we have the background for this. And now let's tap the check mark. Now we're gonna add some shapes. Back in elements, if you go to the add tab, and we'll add some more shapes. You can just play with it, and just feel free to experiment. So let's see, what can we add? I think something like this. Yeah.
We have a comment from Tori Shepard saying that this is very similar to Photoshop.
Yes.
Actually better than Photoshop, but thank you for the compliment.
Much better.
It's easier, I think.
It's easier to use, and it's...
And actually, sort of a follow-up question is, Jean Denis is asking, he's from Quebec City, and he is asking if we can expect to have this app in a desktop version for Mac, of course. We don't have any immediate plans for something like that right now, but definitely a great idea.
But you could use it if you have an iPad.
If you have an iPad Pro, it's awesome to use, and it's really fun because you actually get to color with your finger, which I really think adds to the whole experience.
Actually, the other day I was using the iPad, and then I connected to the computer, so I could see what I was doing on the computer from the iPad, and it kind of felt like I'm using it as a desktop version.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's really cool.
Pat Clear is asking if the one-time purchase has a limit to how many upgrades it applies to, or is it for life? Pat, it's for as long as we live.
Yeah.
As long as
eternity.
As long as Lightrix is around.
And that's going to be for a long time. All right, I think we're done here, adding some shapes. Feel free to just add anything that you think. There is no right answer for this, so just feel free and be creative with it. Now we're gonna apply some urban effect over this guy. So let's go to artistic and let's go to urban. All right, now you can just go and look for a cool, preset. Sorry, I was zoom out, but And then we're gonna go to basics and then balance, and you can play with the values here to make it to show more the image. You can make it darker, or you can make it lighter. So we're gonna try to find something more balanced, you know, something like that. But we don't want to lose all these details in the face. And you can also play with smooth.
We actually got a question from someone who tried the tutorial and then asked her the way she. Her result was a lot flatter. Remember that?
Yeah.
I asked you. It came out a lot flatter than the way it did in the tutorial. So the reason for that was probably that she didn't play with the balance and the restore and the smooth, because it really adds depth to the character. So it kind of feels like he's coming out, or he's 3D almost.
Exactly, and specifically about the restore, because if you do 0 on restore, then it will just turn the image into black and white with the new texture, and will leave no there will be you will not be able to see any of the original image. And the more you add the restore, the more you'll see details from the original. So in order to keep that look of realistic and not to have that flatty, you know, you just need to go somewhere around maybe 50 or 60 or 70, whatever feels right with your image. So okay, we have this now, and now we need just a couple more things, and we're gonna finish. So let's add a new transparent layer. Let's bring it down to the bottom, and we're gonna add again on fill, we're gonna add a cool background. So let's go to paper.
I have a question actually from Tori asking, what are the layered file extensions? Can you keep those separate so you can add or remove from it later? So I think she means the layer thumbnails on the right side, if that's what that's what she means.
Yes.
So you can't actually save a layer to use in another project. You can use it in this project. You could save one of them and open a new project.
Yeah, you can save it as I mean, if you need the transparency, let's say, and you did some transparency, you can just save it as a PNG, just like I did before, and you can save that. Could be like a layer. I mean. But you cannot actually pass layer from one project to another.
Right. You can't move one layer to another project.
All right. We have the background now, but this background doesn't look very good. So we're going to work on it a little bit. We're going to add some color. So let's go to Duo, which is in tone. And we're going to add some color to it. So let's choose a color for the outside. First of all, let's change the blending mode so we can see what we're doing.
So you put on which blending mode?
Oh, sorry. You can choose the normal or overlay. I mean, but for now, just to see what we're doing exactly, just let's use the normal. And we're gonna use something more purple for the center. And that's gonna add kind of an effect that it's kind of glowing, you know. So if we use that, and then we can make it even darker and more purple a little bit.
We have a quick question from Jean-Denis Bollet. I hope I'm saying your name right, or I'm probably butchering it, but he's asking if Enlight respects and preserves the original size of the images after saving or exporting. So if you shoot, you know, a photo on a DSLR camera and it's really, really big, and then you bring it into your iPhone, the iPhone itself isn't even going to support that huge file size, depending on the image. But we do support all the file sizes that the iPhone itself does support. So if you shot the photo on your iPhone, you edit it in Light, and if you're in the settings, you know, put up to unlimited and even TIFF or PNG, then yeah, we will support that. Vito is asking if you can, I'm assuming this means, can you do a tutorial in Spanish?
Let me see.
When are you going to do a tutorial in Spanish?
Actually, we are thinking about doing a tutorial in Spanish.
Yeah, how many of you would want to see a tutorial in Spanish? Let's see. Let's get a raise of hands.
Yeah, if we have enough people,
then we'll do a tutorial in Spanish without me.
Vamos a hacerlo en español. What is the problem? Yeah.
No problem.
I got no problem with that. All right, now we're gonna go back to the artistic and then urban again. We're gonna apply the urban effect on these shapes. So let's choose something cool.
We have Yasin is saying that sometimes he spends an hour making a project and then someone calls him, and then when he returns to the application, he can't find his project. So that is a problem I never heard about. It should still be, though, in the projects. have you been checking in your projects? We'll show you in a second, right?
Yeah.
Where you should be able to find it. And if you can't find it there, then you should definitely contact our support team and let us know, because we did not know about that. But in a second, Joseph will show you where the, sort of like an unsaved session, it saves automatically, and we'll show you where you can find those.
So right now I'm playing with the colors in urban in order to get the effect that I'm looking for. So you need to remember that in order to see the texture that you're applying on the backdrop, you need to play with the colors to see that it's the right effect. To see the texture, sometimes you need to change it to black or to white. You need to play with it a little bit. So maybe we could use this.
So this is an 80s galaxy tutorial in the end.
It always
Can't
gets,
stay away from that galaxy.
it always gets there.
So yeah, since this is an 80s tutorial, how many of you guys are from the 80s? Just a raise of hands.
Yeah,
If you want to say raise of hands, a round of...
They can kind of try to, put the emoji of the hands.
Yeah, they could put the emoji of the hands, the 2 one.
Yeah. All right, now let's stop on the check mark. All right, now what else do we got? Okay, we need to add some fonts, some sticker, and we're done. But right now I'm gonna merge these layers for now, so that I can move them around, because I want to change a little bit the composition. So let's move these more to the center, so it will look better. And now let's add a transparent layer again, and we go to type. We're gonna choose from the package invite this last font, which is it's gonna look good for 80s. So let's long press and let's write 80s.
We have, since you're on text, Colin is asking if there's a way to curve text.
Actually, yeah, there are a few ways. You have, first of all, the transform tool that allows you to change the perspective of the text. Okay, that's one way to change it. And also, once you tap on the check mark, you can go to reshape and you can just make anything you want with that text. You can create any shape that you want. So let's put this here.
We got a lot of people from the 80s here.
Really?
Yeah, we have Karen and Tori, Michael, Deanna. Okay, 4 people.
So we're not alone. All right.
Tori is asking if you can add fonts. You can.
Yes.
Can you add fonts?
Your
own fonts, do you mean, or?
To add fonts, of course. I mean, we are adding font right now,
but you can add fonts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, but we are always adding new packs, new fonts. So if there's a particular font that you want to see, we can maybe try and put something like that in the app. So you could email us or reach out to us on Facebook, and we'll pass it along to our product manager.
Yep. All right, now we're gonna just add the flamingo and we are ready. So here we go with the flamingo. So one last thing, we're gonna merge all the layers and we're gonna do 2 things with it. First of all, let's merge them. All right. So the first thing, we're gonna add some filters to it. We're gonna make some adjustments, some final adjustments, but we also want to use this layer. We're gonna duplicate it, and then on the top layer, we're gonna go and apply some blur, because with this, we're gonna apply some neon effect, some glowing effect with this. So the way to do it is like this. You're gonna make it blurry, and then tap on the check mark. You just have to use the classic blurry, and then we're gonna go to layers, blending, and let's choose the lighten. There you go. Now we have a very cool glowing effect to make it look even more 80s, and you can control the opacity, of course, if it's so it doesn't look so exaggerated. And then we can merge the 2 images, and we can apply some final filters if you feel like. something like that. Looks cool. Maybe we can raise some details with darkroom. And we're almost done. Some contrast, because everything in the 80s was contrast. And that's very important. And I think we are pretty much done. All right. Now we're ready to upload these to Instagram.
Yeah, let's do it. If you have any ideas for tutorials, we just got an idea from Wolfson asking if we could do a tutorial with the heal tool. Because he doesn't really know how to use healing or patching, so I'll definitely pass that along to Joseph, who will think of a tutorial to do. We have caption ideas already, whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you have any other ideas for tutorials, let us know in the comments below. We are looking at them. We need ideas.
Yeah, definitely constantly looking for ideas. So don't be shy. What could be a cool caption? Let's ask our people.
Yeah. If
There's
you guys
already.
have caption ideas, we have one from our friend Michael saying,
Just can't beat it.
80s just can't beat it. Photofox takes you back to the future.
I
Any
like
other ideas?
Just can't beat it.
It just can't beat it is actually cute.
Just maybe we can use that
Yeah.
part. Yeah. Give you the honors.
You can look at the comments. Talk to the people.
Hello, people. Yep. So Mohammed is saying, "Oh my God, that's magic." It is magic.
Well, he actually asked for you to show the blur tool, and then you did without me even saying anything. So he
You
was,
see, this is the way I connect with the users. I already read their minds, so there's no necessity to write. No, actually, do write.
actually keep writing.
Yeah. Oh, Mohammed is asking if we can do mirror facing tutorial. Actually, in the last live, somebody also asked the same question at the end of the live. So yeah, of course, I'm gonna show you right away.
What does he want?
To make them mirror facing. You know, you just using the flip. Thank you, Colin. Colin saying awesome job as usual. Thank you very much. Very happy you liked.
All right, it's all loaded. If you guys haven't taken a look at our Instagram, you have to check it out. We do a lot of cool stuff. We're always featuring our users. We're always following anyone that
Do
does
something
hashtag
cool.
does hashtag in Photofox and has a cool photo. So
And use high resolution images,
Yeah.
and definitely we'll consider featuring you. There's no problem. I just want to show just a quick about how could you do some mirroring. So you can just take any layer that you have on your main screen, and you can maybe duplicate it, and then do flip. No, actually, I'm sorry here. Oh, interesting.
ooh,
Wow. All right. That's a new
tutorial.
idea for a new
Yeah,
tutorial.
that's really good. Someone write that down.
Okay, so you just move it, and that's it. You have here some mirror.
Oh, we should also do something like that for a tutorial. Okay,
All right.
we're going to go home and write these down.
All right, all right.
Thank you for joining us, and
Thank
we
you.
will see you next week.
Bye.